Wow,
So
okay, that's inspiring because like I say, my first introduction to you was Next Day Air for sure. But a lot of people, especially like fans, we see the movie, we see the complete project, but we don't take into account the struggles and the travels. Like you say, you loading up your bag, you going from Baltimore to New York, and finally swinging over to Cali. Is years and years and a lot of work that led you up into that point. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah, I paid a lot of dues out here, bro.
Right,
Um,
that's what I'm saying.
yeah, I definitely did. I mean, I ain't ashamed to say that I've done background work. I've done, I was an extra in different stuff. That's how I was able to join SAG, and as well as doing stand-in work, standing in for different people, um, standing in for different people that I work with now or I audition against, which is kind of ironic, um, to a lot of people sometimes don't make it that far. They or to sit there and audition against the same person that you used to stand in for is it's kind of funny, you know, and it's nothing but love because may the best man win.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Now I can ask you, is it a significant difference between doing maybe like television in comparison to doing like an actual film, or is it kind of similar?
Nah, it's different. Creatively, film you get more more room to be to bring more of yourself to the character, to more suggestions, be a little bit more creative and and unique with it. Television, they got what's on the page, and they want what's on the page spoken. Um, like those writers, they fought to even get their words on that page when it comes to television. They're in a big writers' room, and you know, everybody may not get a shot at an episode, but if it's their episode, they want what you wrote, what they wrote, to come out your mouth verbatim. And and then there's also time constraints on TV. You got commercials, ads they got to show, so you can't just be improv and adding a bunch of stuff. I've done that a few times, and that stuff didn't even make the cut. Everything that was on the page made it, and you know they just all the extra little things that I threw in. They were like, "Yeah, nah, we ain't got time for all that." But when it comes to film, like let's say Next Day Air, Benny gave us three takes. One, keep it to the script. Two, his take on the scene. And then three, um, he let us do what we wanted. And so we were able to improv and ad lib and add a bunch of stuff. And I would probably say most of those scenes that are in Next Day Air were probably the stuff that I came up with. Um, and that's what's cool about film is like you get to really, have some fun and let go as long as you got that kind of director that you're working with and writer too. I feel like they should always have a say in what they wrote.
Wow, man, I really appreciate you sharing that because I interviewed a lot of people, but nobody really ever broke it down like that. And I can kind of visualize what you're saying. Like when you see films like a Friday or a Next Day Here or a
Mhm.
Pizza or something like that, you can see where the actors have a little wiggle room to throw this or that in. But like TV, it seemed like it's so tight, like every single scene, there's no room for nothing else. Like you say, do the commercials or whatever else.
Right, right, and that's why sometimes you see, a comedian and he's on TV and he may not be as funny as he is on stage and stand up, but then you see him in a movie and you're like, oh man, he's funny because he was able to say a bunch of crazy stuff and they just loved it. Kept the camera rolling, kept it going. Now the only problem with that is sometimes is when you get off topic of the scene. And sometimes there's a lot of comedians out there. I won't say no names, but they just keep on improv and improv, and it's like eventually the director says, "Hey, you gotta say this so we can get out of this scene. You got to say this so we can connect this scene to the next scene. And like everything's funny, it's hilarious, but we gonna need you to say, you know, ain't you hungry? Oh yeah, let's go eat. Like it is. Sometimes they just go up on tangents, and it can take a whole day just to get through one scene.
Right, right. I feel you know, because I mean, because some comedians, like you say, when they just free to do whatever they want, they could keep you laughing probably for hours, but it's still a movie, so it got to be cinematic. It got to make sense, you know.
Yeah, there's a story being told, man. Yeah,
Right. Yeah, yeah, most definitely. Okay, now I had reached out to you recently. I had seen you. Now you was in Bomb Pizza.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey,
Pizza
we
Market.
talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, my buddy Dale Stelly, my birthday twin. Been working with him for a long time. Um, we did Compton's Finest, which is Hub City now, Tamales and Gumbo. Man, we did a gang of flicks, and so that's out now. That's out on Tubi. Marcus Polk, and from the Parkers, or no, Moesha, and as well as a newcomer to the scene, this cat named Burger. Hilarious. He is hilarious. He's a funny ass dude. Bomb Pizza. They running a kind of like a gigolo um operation out of the pizza place. When the ladies call up for extra sausage on their pizza, they get their extra sausage. And a lot of great cameos from like Ray J, Jackie Long, Snoop Dogg, Masika. Um, Man, there's so many different people that just pop up in there, and it's a funny flick. It's one of those that you just want to kind of like get your sip on, roll up, and just laugh. So check that out. It's on Tubi now. Tubi's free. No excuses. It's free to download. You ain't even got to sign in. You got to pay for it. And I'm sure everybody by now knows about Tubi. Most of my movies are on there as well. Um, there's a one called Picture Me Dead that Chris Stokes directed with my buddy Malik Whitfield, Erica Mena from Love and Hip Hop, and she plays a DA. I play a detective, and Malik Whitfield plays a serial killer photographer. It's a real good movie. You guys should check that out too.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I'm gonna definitely have to check that one out. I know the viewers will as well. But yeah, man, big ups to Bomb Pizza. That was a good one. Like you say, it's a lot of icons in there. Some new people, you know, some fresh and new, and definitely is one of the ones I could see it being like a hood classic. You know what I'm saying? For the in like 5 years from now, 10 years from now, that's one of the ones people gonna definitely go back and watch and
Yeah,
enjoy.
I think once it catches on, it just dropped last week. People gonna be talking about it. We had a like a premiere for it, and the whole theater was just laughing their ass off. So, um, like you said, I think it's definitely going to end up being one of those classics. Even Blueface is in it. Man, Jay Stone. There's a lot of people in it. A lot of pretty girls. So it's Vita Guerra. She's in it. Yeah, check it out.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I'm gonna definitely check it out again. But yeah, big shout out to Jay Stone because I like the music when it was first coming on, and I'm like I liked it, the music, the vibe, and I was just thinking to myself, I'm like, this sounds like something Nipsey could be on, and then Jay Stone just happened to be on the song, and then I see that he was a part of the music arrangements and
Yep.
stuff. And that helped a movie because like back in the days, you know, movies used to have some raw soundtracks, so that was a big part of it, you know.
Yeah, man. Used to go out and just buy the movie soundtracks. Movies like Above the Rim, Juice, Boomerang. You could just put on a movie soundtrack and just let that joint rock. You know, and nowadays not so much, but hopefully we can bring that back. Bring back the real hip hop, bring back soundtracks, bring back real comedy to movies where people ain't afraid to push the envelope. Everybody getting canceled left and right, so it's causing a lot of riff within comedy community and can't say nothing. All of a sudden you're this, you're that. If you say one little thing, you got to be Dave Chappelle where they can't cancel you. Somebody as big as him, he he can't get canceled. But the little guys, yeah, you may never see them again.